Hello there, and welcome to the Bicycle Diaries, and welcome to the Wild West. As you can see, I'm not at home at the moment. I've come about 40 minutes down the road to the edge of the New Forest. And although I'm still within Hampshire, it's a part of the county that I don't know all that well because I don't really come down here all that often. But having said that, I did used to come down a fair bit when I was a kid with my parents and my grandparents, and we would go camping. But obviously that was a very long time ago. I'm actually staying in a place called Marchwood at the Pilgrim Inn, and I have to do a bit of a disclaimer here because Fullers, who own the Pilgrim, have invited me down for a couple of days to experience the inn and to do a bit of cycling in the New Forest, and they're actually sponsoring this film. But having said that, everything that I'm going to say about the inn and the route and where we're cycling will all be 100% my own opinion. So with that out the way, I'll just tell you a little bit about the New Forest where we are. It's officially an area of outstanding natural beauty, and every year there are many sportives that start and end in various towns and villages throughout the New Forest. It's well known for the New Forest ponies, which are kind of semi-wild horses that live on the common ground throughout the forest. Now, the ride we're going to do tomorrow is going to be about 50 kilometres, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm just planning out tomorrow's route using the course builder function on the Garmin Connect website. It's very easy to use. You just plot the places where you want to go, and the software will automatically route you using the more popular routes and the quieter roads that are used by many of the cyclists around here. Once you're happy with it, you can save it and then send it to your Garmin cycling computer, and then you can use it to actually navigate you out on the road. So that's the route planned, and seeing as it's a pub, it would be very rude not to have a quick cheeky beer before our evening meal. So once we've had that, it's off to bed and then up bright and early tomorrow morning for our epic ride in the New Forest. Just had a very nice meal in the pub restaurant there. I noticed that quite a few of the dishes on the menu were vegetarian, so that's pretty good if you are vegetarian. I'm not, so I had a prawn starter which was very nice. I had a very nice burger and a very respectable cheese board. Now my only criticism was that my starter was a little bit on the small side. I think I only had about 4 prawns, so I was really looking forward to my main course. Nighty night. Eggs Benedict, get me.
Just left the pub a couple of kilometres ago, and I am trying to follow the Garmin and the course that I created yesterday using Garmin Connect. I say trying because I've not really had much luck using the navigation feature on this 510, but that could be down to user error. But never mind, if it doesn't work, I've got a very good sense of direction, plus everything's very well signposted anyway. Well, that cycle path was unexpected, but it was very welcome. I'll be honest and say that I don't normally ride on cycle paths, but we're right beside a very busy road that I don't know, and I'm probably a little reluctant to ride on that road. So yeah, yay for the cycle path. So here we are in the village of Bewley, and we're only about 10 kilometres from where we started our ride in Marchwood. And as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful here. The big attraction here is the National Motor Museum, which I believe is housed in that stately home behind me. Being called the New Forest, it's not actually that new. It dates back about 1,000 years, and a few hundred years ago the royalty used to use it as a game reserve to hunt deer, and to this very day most of the forest is still owned by the Crown. reason why I call this part of the world the Wild West is because obviously it's to the west of where I live. It's slightly off my map. I don't come here very often, and plus all the horses and the cattle just give it that kind of Wild West feel. And in fact, the last time I was here in Brockenhurst, traffic came to a standstill with wild horses just walking through the village centre. See what I mean? Welcome to the village of Burley, which is most famous for a white witch called Sybil Leek, who was very well known for walking around the village all dressed in black with her pet jackdaw on her shoulder. Now, because she was dressed like a traditional dark witch, most of the villagers were pretty scared of her, and very soon she had to leave the village. Now, you would be forgiven for thinking that this was back in the Middle Ages or even 400 or 500 years ago, but this was actually the 1950s. Sybil ended up in America and she wrote several books on the occult and became very well known as an author. So far as I can tell, the navigation on the Garmin 510 has held up, but it's not really been displaying the changes when we need to turn anywhere. So it's although it's working, it's sort of useless. But now we're slightly off piste. We've taken a slight detour, but hopefully it should pick us back up again when we get to a place called Lyndhurst. Welcome to Lyndhurst, and the good news is we're back on piste with the Garmin. So that's today's ride done and dusted, and 55 kilometers in the bank of fitness. And what a fantastic day it's been. We've ridden on some fantastic roads through some amazing scenery. We've had beautiful weather, and it's been like a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in this part of the world on those particular roads for about 20 or 30 years. I'm certainly coming back, and it's a shame that I haven't been here sooner, considering that I live so close by.
I stay in hotels quite a lot, but they're nearly always part of these big chain brands. And as you would expect, they get the basics right, but I can't help feeling that I'm staying in some sort of corporate office block, which is why it's so nice to come and stay at the Pilgrim. Now, as you would imagine, they also get the basics right, so the rooms are very clean and very comfortable. But it's also the little extras that make all of the difference. So I really like the boutique feel. I really like the way that the rooms are kind of stylish and individual. They also have some very nice little kind of finishing touches. So there's complimentary beer and wine in the rooms. There's complimentary water if you need it. There's excellent free fast Wi-Fi if you need it, and above that the staff are really nice and really friendly. The food is absolutely fantastic, and you're staying in a wonderful location. So if you're thinking about cycling in the New Forest, this would be a perfect place to stay. You're very close to all of the big cycling routes. Plus, if you're taking part in one of the many sportives or cycling events that happen throughout the year, you're right there to hand, ready for the start bright and early in the morning. All in all, I really enjoyed my stay here at the Pilgrim. Plus, it gave me the opportunity to go out and about and discover absolutely fantastic cycling routes that I'd been ignoring for many years. Thanks for watching.